Hey everyone, welcome back to the Archangel 15. I mentioned in my last video that I just did why I stopped voting about a connection between the Bushes will say, and Putin. And I say Bush, I say it plural, like basically H. Bush and W. Bush. I have a guy that comments on this channel all the time. He told me he's a one percenter. He lives in Ireland, or he's from Ireland and he lives in Australia. And like he's told me some really interesting stuff when I started talking about people who were actually like basically related to the Rothschilds. He like named a whole bunch of names. He deletes stuff every time he types something. He deletes it right away. And like some people that have connections, I guess we'll say, are smart enough to see through all the BS that the shroud that we call reality of America and our news and all the other fodder that's fed to us on the ground like crumbs. But like, okay, so search 2005 Mayday parade, Russia, Bush. Like I was saying that, like, if I wanted to go there, like, you cannot just go in. Like, you have to be military or family. Like, and I talked to you in the past about the stolen kids, Barbie, Ivanka, others as well, Kate Middleton, and a whole bunch of other egg babies out there. And like basically, like they said, these were traded. The CIA was smart enough to create two coups. One, the fake genetics coup, false prophet, fake messiah coup. And then also this fake money coup that basically ends at the Vanguard Corporation and companies like BlackRock. Anyhow, like I said, just like think about how big of a deal this is. Search 2005, like I said, George W. Bush Mayday parade. I mean, like, why didn't this ever get any media attention? I mean, to me, that's a really big deal. Anybody else would have done it, it would have been huge. If Obama would have done it, they would have crucified him. If you know, Trump, I've already talked about like where are Trump's bank accounts. I mean, nobody will answer this. Where are his offshore banking interests? China, Russia, all over. And like I said, like, is it ethical for us to elect a president that's in charge of multi-billion, trillion-dollar defense contracts against countries, like I said, that we're actively considered to be hostile or terrorists or whatever you want to say? Some of them are on OFAC sanctions lists, and our sitting president to have bank accounts in these countries or even deeper connections. You know, I've talked in the past about how I traded genetics to the Russians. Like basically, like I would have already been out of here and everything would have been good. Like it's this little small Texas oil coup like that surrounds me where I'm in my fake little town here. They're actively crumbling as we speak. I'm decimating these people with signs in the sky, everything. All they can do is act stupid and wait for their old people to die. That's basically where we're at, is we're waiting for a whole bunch of old people that don't deserve that privilege to basically pass off. And like I said, God forbid we admit that we shouldn't have been drilling oil and destroying our beautiful earth and creating cancer and destroying our environment and everything else for, you know, however many years. That we had beautiful, clean, pure, alternative energy, free energy ideas. And that obviously people like Elon Musk aren't the answer. But again, like I said, why didn't, like the real problem here, it's Trump. Yes, a lot of it's Trump, but a lot of it's really the Bushes. And like these people, like they obviously think that they're protected enough to not be able, like nobody can touch them in the media or anything. Like what I'm telling you, like this is it. And like there was one presentation that they deleted already, and I started talking about this stuff. And like a week later, Fort Myers got leveled. And then, like I said, it's funny, in that presentation, I mentioned Fort Lauderdale, and Fort Lauderdale almost got hit again. And, like, I can tell you that, like, I'm actively using my forces, albeit God, Allah, Elohim, Tetragrammaton, Trigram, to, like, basically get the hell, to do what I have to do. It's self-evident why a lot of stuff culminated to this point. Like, there was, like, certain things that really should have been resolved quite some time ago. And it's self-evident, like I said, that's part of a bigger plan of God, that like everything culminated to like right here, right now, today. And I don't want to keep this presentation too much longer. But again, like if you do nothing else today, search on YouTube, President Bush attends a Mayday parade. There's a whole bunch of other pictures. I told you, if you go into Catherine Palace at the end, this magnificent palace, every president, like I think Reagan was in there, the Bushes are in there, the Clintons are in there, and like there's several other pictures with Putin and Bush where they look like fart buddies. Like I said, like they probably going hunting together, fishing together. Putin's probably been to the Texas ranch, and like I said, he's probably had his pecker up, you know where. Other people, like, you know, I'm sick of it. Like I said, like I gave these people a beautiful gift, and then like I told you before, like, the Russians have an amazingly beautiful culture, but it's seriously regressed in the last like 40 to 60 years. Why? Because they basically have sold their soul to Texas. And like that's not even debated. And like, you'll see Putin will touch everything, but he will not touch free energy, or he will not touch anything talking against the oil industry. Like, that's how he got his money, or he was paid to basically keep his mouth shut. I really honestly think that like all the old dinosaurs have to go. Like, there's not going to be peace on Earth. Like, almost all of them have to go. You look at President Xi Jinping with his pictures right next to Trump as well. Also, Xi Jinping's daughter, Xi Mingzi, attended Harvard University right around like the same time the whole Obama thing was jumping. And like, all these people have at one point or another actively conspired against me to kill me, and they think I'm stupid. And maybe at one point I was somewhat naive, but I can tell you that's not the case now. And like I said, it's all boiling down. And the nice thing for me, the ball's not in my court anymore. The ball is in their court, or your court, whoever's watching this. Take care, folks. God bless. Praise be to Allah.